Okay, well, as many of you know, the game Starfield is set to release here in the next month and a half, right? And a lot of you have been asking me, Mo, I know that you've got some plans to stream Starfield. What are you doing? Well, if you've clicked today's video, I'm going to kind of explain it to you. If you don't know who I am, my name is Mo Stradamus, and I run a Madden community of close to 150 gamers. Everything that we do is geared towards simulation, and everything that I do is geared towards giving them the experience that they're looking for. 15 or 12 years ago, when Skyrim and Fallout and all those games were being released, I did not have a streaming platform to kind of promote myself or the things that I enjoy to that type of gaming community. And I started when Madden started to come out with the online play. But now Bethesda is dropping a new game called Starfield, and I'm all in. I've changed a lot of things on my channel to start including some of the things you guys can do to participate, namely having me wear a helmet. Right? Cool. Comes with its own little back thing. You can have me do that for 5,000. We've got some cool stuff on here like banana ice cream. Right? We've got strawberry ice cream. We've got coconut ice cream, although that does not sound so good. And then very last, we've got bubblegum ice cream. So these are some things that we've added that would give you guys some fun things to include. Now that is not it. I have also got tubed. Which one is this? Tubed something. Okay, tubed. This one's Texas Burger. Texas Burger Space Food. It comes with a nozzle you spray out of the bottom. We also have pizza. Those things are not going to be cheap. So the helmet I think we're going to do for like 5,000 channel points, which is not dollars. It's the time that you spend in the channel. 5,000 channel points, I'll wear the helmet for 5 minutes. For, I think it's a couple more thousand, I'll eat some of the ice cream. For 30,000, I'll eat some of the nasty space food like pizza and cheeseburgers. Right? We also ended up getting the cool Xbox controller for Starfield. And we got the amazing looking headset for Starfield. Needless to say, I went all in on what we could provide the stream. A buddy of mine reached out and asked me, Mo, what about merchandise? What about selling some clothing or some of the stuff that you're going to wear? Because my wife is making me some shirts to wear on my stream. Now, for anybody that knows me knows that my goal for streaming is not to do something to make money or to sell merchandise. I do like to provide things that are available for people to kind of come in and make their own purchases, but typically we don't overcharge some of those things so that I don't make a whole lot of money on it. It's mostly just about giving you guys the experience you're wanting to do. Having said that, when he asked me if I wanted to create a site just to put merchandise on, that's not really what I do this for, so I said no. But it led to a conversation on what could we include into a site that would give you guys interactions, that would give you something to do, that would build some lore, also give you the opportunity to buy some shirts and do those other kind of cool things that people are asking me that they want to participate in. And unless AI was where it's at right now, none of this would have happened. So this whole journey that you guys are kind of seeing with the Void Runner, Mo Hartlow, was originally created with the idea of could we use AI to kind of help create content. And what started as let's do something really enjoyable for the channel and let's just kind of see what we can do quickly turned into how far can we push AI and allow it to do the things that as a content creator I don't mind doing, but not necessarily something that I want to do on a day-to-day basis. Something that would be time-consuming that I could cut down to weeks rather than months. And what you see above is what you get. Every single thing that you will read on this site and every image that you see was produced with the help of artificial intelligence. ChatGPT was able to help come up with all of these different things with some help from us. It did not do all of the work on its own. We had to kind of give it some ideas of what we wanted it to do or wanted it to say. But for the most part, it was able to have free reign and create some of the stories it wanted to create. With some of the stuff that you kind of see picture-wise, everything was done with Midjourney and us using different commands to make sure it gave us the image we wanted. I'm going to spend the next few minutes going through the site and giving you guys a tour of what you can see if you come over here on your own. and kind of give you a rundown of where our game is going to start with Starfield. With that being said, let's get to it. As you kind of see on here, there's different pictures of what our character is going to look like. He's bald-headed with a beard. I don't know where we got that image from, but that's what we did. Okay? If you click on here, it's going to take you to different things. We've got the store with merchandise. We have the Starfield Direct, which is, it's going to house our latest streams. I'm going to cut up each stream into a YouTube video, post them on the site each day. You'll be able to watch the Twitch from this channel. I'm going to put my Twitter on here. That's still here, and we got the disclaimer at the bottom. A lot of you might be asking, what is this? Let me explain. Okay? Kind of gives you a little bit of a rundown of what this was and the journey that we took and how it started as the idea to create something for the game, but turned into something that we used AI for and really pushed it to the limits of its capability to get what we wanted. Down here we have the crew. Each one of us was able to create our own character. My character, Mo, the Void Runner, Harlow, is going to be our main character as we get into Starfield. We gave you a little bit of a bio here so that you could see him, but this is who he interacted from the ages of 16 to 32, which is the age that we're going to kind of come into this game with. Muck Ravenger Celestian. Muck is a friend of mine who originally had this idea, which sparked my initial idea to kind of get this done. Fit Falcon Hardcastle. Fit is one of my best friends in the world, and every image you see is something that he helped put together with the bot Midjourney. Chef, the engineer, is Chef, my homie that kind of created the entire site and put this all out here for the rest of the world to see. We all played our own little parts, and all together we were able to come up with something pretty unique. If you get the opportunity and you're in my channel, give those guys a massive shout out. They absolutely deserve it. Here's where we get into what I consider to be the most fun part of this page. The Void Runner. We started at chapter 1 at 16 years old. And we put an image and different stories in here that takes him through the ages of 32. I am not going to get into every chapter today. At some point, I may go through here and read these off for people to kind of view. But for today's video, I just wanted to give you guys some insight so that as you came in here, you could kind of come in, you could click some of these articles or chapters, and you could come through here and read some of these on your own. They aren't very long. Most of them are going to be about 2 to 3 minutes in length. And this gives you the entire backstory from the time of 16 years old to the time of 32, where we, and I'll just kind of start down here at the bottom, end up on Mars to start the game. We have no ship. We are going to be working with the miners of Cydonia, which is what the planet on Mars, they're calling themselves, that little establishment, Cydonia. And that's where our story is going to end with where the game picks up. I've been talking with some modders that are able to kind of come in here, and they've checked this out, and they've said, why don't we turn some of these side characters like the Muck, the Ravagers, the Fit Falcons, and the Chef into some playable NPCs that follow you around as followers. So there is some things in the future where I'm going to take the characters you see in these articles or chapters and start taking them over to the game, so that if you want to put them into your game and continue the story we had here, but now they're with your character, you can absolutely do that. The goal was to give everybody who's coming over to check the channel out the opportunity to dive in as hard as they want. You do not have to go through here to stay on top of what we're going to be doing over at Starfield. But if you do, you're going to get the opportunity to help me make decisions as the game kind of allows us to progress in different ways to make sure that we're staying consistent with the character that we created. The other thing, and this is going to be a first-time announcement, is with 100,000 channel points, you are actually able to create a character to put into the story yourself. We've decided that we aren't going to end these chapters on chapter 60 and just keep going. The characters of Ravenger, of Fit, of Chef, they're still out here in this world living a life where they're able to go while our character is living a life in Starfield. And Fit and Chef and Muck have decided they're going to continue their stories as spin-offs and keep those stories going so that you guys have something to read and the site continues to get updated. As we do end up getting some merchandise on here, you'll be able to come in here to products to purchase some of the things you want. This page is obviously under construction. I hope this gives you guys some kind of idea of where our desires are. As much as I want to sell you the merchandise I'll be wearing, this really is about creating some lore and having some fun. If you'd like to see some of the images we use, we came through here and put every image down that you could kind of see. And to contact me if you really wanted to get in touch to kind of see what things you can do for yourself. or you've got some things that you want to say, you absolutely have the opportunity to come through here, grab some of these, make a comment, and I will read them as they get sent to my email. Do not expect, and it may have already changed. You may be watching this video and being like, but man, I'm on your website and everything looks a little bit different. We are going to continuously update this and use some better technology to see what other things we can put in. But for a basis of what we wanted to do, and for me to be able to get this video out so that you guys can see what this plan is, this is what we decided to use, because I think there's enough here to kind of give you the story of what we want to do. The game drops 9/1. I have purchased the pre-order already so that I'll get it 5 days early. I plan on doing character creation the night, because I'm in the West Coast in Arizona. We're in PSD time zone. I plan on getting online the last day of August when it's released, and we'll do character creation that night, jump into the next few chapters as we kind of continue that journey. And I plan on streaming every second of this game. So I hope that you want to join me for this journey. I hope you get the opportunity to kind of go through the voidrunner.com and read some of the backstory and kind of get caught up with where we want to be as a character as this game released. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear some of the praise you guys have. I'd love to hear some of the negatives. You look at it and go, hey, the site needs updated a little bit. I need your help. If you get the opportunity to kind of go through here and give me a little bit of things that we can adjust, I still have a month and a half to continue working on this site until the game releases. Having said that, if you made it through the end of this video, I really appreciate you checking this out. I look forward to what this game's going to bring, and I really look forward to experiencing this journey with all of you. So, until then, stay safe, love the people around you, find somebody that you can do something kind for in the next few days. Just kind of spread some love to everybody that's out there. And guys, I'll see you in the stars. Adios.